Okay. So this would be stupid things Sheldon said. So he said regarding lethal weapon, aren't all weapons meant to be lethal? The answer is no. First off, we have dueling swords, which basically, due to the fact that most duels, especially in the modern, in the late age of swords, were only to first blood, were not made to kill. They were made just to wound. Also for stab centric weapons, especially swords, unless you hit the heart or something vital, that person will not die, at least not right away, and will probably kill you if the fight continues afterwards. So no, not all weapons. Another category would be firearms, which for most cases, like handheld pistols, they are intended to stop the perpetrator, but as I said, it didn't, unless you have a high caliber or something like a shotgun, it will generally not stop most people, especially if they're on adrenaline and stuff, and they will probably, again, just a stabbing weapon, unless they hit something like the heart or something else, they will not kill the person. And even if they hit the heart, sometimes it, or something critical, sometimes not only it will not kill the person and not stop it, but the person might even survive if the person gets medical help, and sometimes even not. The third category would be curved swords, which, believe it or not, even if most times were used to cut people, they were generally used as a defense mechanism because they were not the first weapon to be used. And as records show, many of the people cut by curved swords not only survived but had a pretty normal life afterwards. Because I say pretty normal because, of course, if you cut a tendon, yeah, it's probably you cannot do something like being a brain surgeon or great painter or something like that, but you can still do basically everything, and except for some pain when the cold weather is, in certain weather conditions, there's not much problems. And the reason why they became so popular is because they have a huge stopping power. If you cut into the person's hand, okay, the person will probably not be able to use that hand for some while. But here's the thing, if the person survives, and most often than not they will, that person will be able to use almost, the wound will heal, the person will use the hand or the leg pretty much almost as full percent. But having a great stopping power is great in combat, because after you cut someone's leg, part of the leg or something, or hand, that person will not fight anymore, and that's what you want. You don't want to kill the person, but just to fight. Then you have certain implements that are used mostly for distraction. And one moment, I have one right here. No, it's not. Sorry. Like the star or the kunai the ninja used, which basically will not cause much damage to a person, mostly superficial wounds, painful but for the moment, but even then. And they were used mostly for a way to do an escape. You would throw it to the enemy while the enemy was busy with this, or you would just run away. And another type of weapon that again is not built to be lethal, are things that basically were not intended to be weapons at first. From machetes to kitchen knives to chairs to a wall. Basically anything can become a lethal weapon if used with that purpose. But it wasn't built to be a lethal weapon. A scythe can be a lethal weapon. For instance, there are a lot of implements that can be used as lethal weapons, but doesn't mean they were built to be lethal weapons. So sorry, Sheldon, you say stupid things. And this would be the end of the first episode of Sheldon Says Stupid Things, the one about lethal weapons.